Okay, what up guys? So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to unbrick your ESC software if you are if it's stuck in 2.2 because it has a bunch of bugs and you can't access your sliders and stuff. So accessing your sliders would look like you click connect after, so you plug it in and then plug your battery in, and then accessing your sliders would being able to move these. And then if you can't access them, these just wouldn't be here. Obviously, this says AM32, so this software is only going to be used for AM32. I'm not exactly sure about the Blue Jay and BLS or BL Heli. For those, I recommend just using ESC configurator. Um, you can do all the same things just for other stuff, um, like Blue Jay and BLS Heli. Um, Connect it, and then as you can see here, we can access all our sliders. But if it's bricked, you won't even get this whole big pop-up thing right here, like this big green common parameters thing. This won't even pop up. This won't be here. All this would say right here is flash firmware to this ESC. You won't see these checkboxes. You won't see this text. All it will say is that. So that's how you'll know it's bricked. And then even if you go to flash ESC, it'll just say flashing ESC right here. And it'll just stay there. It won't do anything. Um, but without further ado, I'll show you guys how to do it in the AM32 configurator. So what you're first going to want to do is you're going to want to connect it, and after it's connected, you're going to want to go here. So even if it is if you're getting all this, but it's like still freaking out when you go to, like, if you're getting these boxes, but it's still freaking out when you like fly, because that's what happened to me, because I was trying to change my tones. You just come here, click flash firmware. If you want, you can downgrade it to 2.19 directly right here. But if you want to do it to a lower version, 2.18, 2.17, etc., you're going to want to go from local. But before we do that, you're going to want to see right here, this is your target name right here, the AM32 underscore AT32 dev, that. And you're going to make sure it's your .hex file, because you can't click this, you can't change that. That's the only thing that's plugged in. So you're going to want to remember that, right? And then, so after you've remembered that, you're going to want to come over and go over to your search bar, and you're going to want to search. So this tutorial is more for only AM32, not BLS Heli and Blue Jay. You're going to want to come over here and say you want to downgrade it to 2.17, which is what I did. So you're going to want to do AM32 2.17 ESC firmware, and then you'll make sure so you're going to go to GitHub, that's where you're going to get it. You're going to go to this, when you get it, you're going to make sure it says releases here, AM32 firmware. You're going to click on this, and then after you click on this, it's going to bring you to all your releases. And I haven't really messed around with the pre-releases, but so the AM32 version 2.2, this is what has a decent amount of the bugs. And so I'm not sure about see, for the V2.21, there's just so many bug fixes, that's how you know. And then 2.19, I'm not that sure, but I'm running 2.17. That's what my board came with, that's what I know works. So you're going to come here and click 2.17, you're going to click on the text, and then it'll bring you to this big, it'll just enlarge that whole thing. You're going to want to scroll down to all of these. They all end in .hex. It's just a bunch of different things. Don't be worried, because it's looks intimidating, but it's actually not. So whatever this was, let's reconnect it. and show you guys. Be a little more helpful. Where's battery? There it is. So to find which one of these that you're going to want to download to click on, you're going to come here, click flash firmware, and then this right here, that's what I said you need to read. You're going to look for this target on here. So after we saw that, so mine was AM32 AT32 dev. So where is it? So we got AM32, we go down to AM32 AT, so AT32 dev, F421, that's what mine was. You can rewind it if you didn't really see it. And it is 2.17 right here. So 2.17 right here at the end is going to be your version. See how they all say 2.17? That's because we clicked on the 2.17 up here. And you're going to want to, where'd it go? Here it is, dev. So this is the exact one. You have to make sure. So mine is F421. See how this is F415? We don't want that one. Even though the whole thing is the same except that, we want this one because it says F421. That's the exact match. So then you're going to click on this, and then it's going to download it up here into your downloads, and then you're going to come back over here, and then you're going to, and then after your, so then you connect your drone after that's downloaded, and then you come here, you connect, and then you click flash firmware. I already flashed my firmware, so I don't have to do this again. But since you want to download it to, or downgrade it to something lower than 2.19, you're going to come here to local, and you're going to click choose file, and you're going to click that, and you're going to go to your downloads, and then I already downloaded it earlier, so that's why I have two of them, but you're going to click on the file that you want, and then open it, and then you're going to, so see how it says there, and then you don't have to click anything else. All you do is click all four of these, because that's what you want to flash them to. You can't forget this step, or else it won't work, and you, right here, just click start flash, and then after that, after you click your start flash, it will take a little bit. It'll say flashing ESC1, and then it'll do your startup sound, and then flashing ESC2, startup sound again after that. It'll take a little bit. And then once it's done, it'll pull you to this screen. What I've found that works the best for this specific flight controller, which is the T-Motor Velux F7 SE. I can pull it up for you guys. Is this one, I think? Yes, this one. This one. It is a 70 amp stack, 6 to 8S. I'm running 6S on this. Actually, it's a pretty solid stack. I'd actually highly recommend it. It's super durable. As you can see, this little like blue chip right here, that's a Bluetooth, so it actually has a Bluetooth module. This is what I'm using. So I'm using what am I using? I'm using 1950 kV motors, 2306. I'm eventually going to upgrade to 2207s. Come here, and then so you're going to want to set for like optimal performance. You're going to want stall protection is checked. You're not going to want variable PWM for this flight controller because it's just a lot higher power. You're going to want it. You're going to uncheck that, and then you're going to be able to set this. So you're going to want to set this to 48 kilohertz, and then so this only goes to 1940 or 1960. So I set it to 1940 because I don't want to go over. It's just, I don't know. It's just safer. You don't really have to mess with any of this. And this, yeah, you don't really have to mess with anything else. It should all be fine. And then you don't have to check these motors. You don't have to check those. What you want to do, so after this, after you save everything here and you update it, you're going to come here and you're going to click this blue save button. And then after you've done that, so before you click that, these should be red outlined where this green, that should be red. After you click this, it's going to be, I can show you an example. there. So this is what it's going to look like before you click save, and then you click save, and then it's going to change it all to green. Now notice that no change settings found for ESC 1234. That's because I just changed it and then changed it back. So you're not going to get that if you actually change stuff. So then if we come here, now after that, you should be fine. Sometimes it'll mess with your motor direction, so you're going to want to come back into Betaflight. I want to plug this. You're going to come here. You're going to want to make sure that your where is it? Your motors. You're going to want to go into your motor direction tab. You're obviously going to make sure your propellers are off. Very important that you do not leave your propellers on. I repeat, do not leave your propellers on. You plug this in, and then you click motor direction. I understand the risk. All propellers are removed. Individual. So then, if your drone, you want to face your drone, and how it's showing you in this picture. So it's facing this way. So I have my computer in front of me, so my camera is facing my computer. And then, so now you come here, motor 1, that's my back right motor. You're going to click this and make sure it's spinning the correct direction. Just run your finger along the side of it, and then it'll kind of push your finger that way. Don't like stick your finger in it super hard, just brush it against it, and you'll feel it going the correct direction, so that's good. You're going to click this, number 2, that's spinning the correct direction. Obviously, you're making sure it's spinning the direction of the arrow. 3, correct direction. 4, correct direction. So say 4 wasn't spinning in the correct direction, say number 4 was spinning this way instead of this way, right? And then you click reverse, and then you hold it down, and now it'll spin the other way. Or if it's wrong, right, now it is because I clicked reverse, it's spinning the wrong way. You click reverse, hold it, oh, I'm so smart. So what you do is reverse makes it spin this way, and then normal makes it spin the way in the picture that it was. So if it's how you have it now, and you click reverse, it'll reverse it, but if you click normal, it'll bring it to what it originally was. So now, if 4, now it's going the correct direction. And then you close, you make sure your gyros and stuff are working. You're going to want to make sure you select your D-shot. I'm running 600. You're going to want to make sure, just go through your Betaflight once more, and just make sure everything's working. Your PID tuning, you're not really going to have to change anything, unless you're wanting to just fine-tune anything. But that's pretty much it. And then, for your motors, you're not going to have to click save and reboot. Only if you change your D-shot, see how now it goes up, but if we come back, but if you change your motor directions, it automatically saves it. So if that works for you guys, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. But yeah, hopefully that helped you guys solve your problem. Stay tuned to this channel for more cool videos. See ya.